In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to whitelist an IP address in Salesforce. This is a crucial step if you want to ensure certain devices can reliably access your Salesforce environment without encountering unnecessary security blocks. By whitelisting an IP address, you add an extra layer of security and control, permitting specific devices or networks to bypass some security verifications. So, let's dive right into it. First, from your Salesforce dashboard, you'll want to navigate to the top right corner where you'll see the gear icon. Go ahead and click on it, and from the drop-down menu, select Setup. This will take you to a more detailed configuration area of Salesforce, where you can make changes at an administrative level. It's important to remember that making these changes requires the appropriate permissions, so make sure you're logged in with a user account that has administrative privileges. Once you're in the Advanced Setup area, you'll see a Quick Find box. This functions much like a search bar. Type Network Access into this box. This will help you swiftly locate the section we need to be in. As you start typing, you'll see options appear in a drop-down menu. Click on the one labeled Network Access to proceed. This section is where Salesforce manages IP ranges for your organization, allowing you to specify which IP addresses are considered safe and can be trusted. Now that you're in the Network Access section, look for a button that says New. When you click this, it will open up a form where you can input the details of the IP address you want to whitelist. Here is where you'll designate the range of IP addresses that you trust. The next thing you need to do is locate the Start IP Address field. In this field, you'll enter the starting point of your IP range. This is an essential step because it defines the beginning of the secure or trusted range. Following that, proceed to the End IP Address field. Here, enter the ending point of your IP range. Setting an end address is crucial when you want to specify a range rather than a single IP address. If you find that you need a way to easily identify this particular IP range later or want to add more context for others in your organization, there's an optional field where you can add a description. Putting in a clear description can be particularly useful in large organizations where multiple IP ranges may be managed. Once you've filled everything out and you're satisfied with your entries, click Save. That action officially adds the IP range to your Salesforce organization as a trusted source. And there you have it, a step-by-step guide on how to whitelist an IP address in Salesforce. This simple but essential process helps keep your Salesforce environment both secure and accessible to the right users. Thank you for watching, and don't hesitate to reach out if you have any further questions.